Hello there, Internet. MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today we shall achieve perfection, and not only that, we will mimic it as well. As we're gonna showcase a deck called Christian Bale, because shoutouts to body transformation and actors, and shoutouts to the Mechanized. If you guys catch the reference, then good for you. If you don't, I don't know, learn some fucking culture, man. Anyways, today we are going to showcase a Targon Piltover deck. I wanted to build another VIKTOR list. I showcased VIKTOR like very early on with the set, but I still wasn't sure, you know, how to properly build them. It turns out VIKTOR has become perhaps the least meta of the new champions, despite the fact that he's, in my opinion, the best designed one. There is an argument for VIKTOR maybe being a little bit too balanced for his own good. It is true that setting up VIKTOR takes some time, and he is a bit of a slow champion, right? But if you build the right deck and you have the right synergies going on with him, like the actual value potential can be really, really high. And something that I wanted to try ever since, you know, the expansion was actually released was combining VIKTOR with the Mechanized Mimic. Mechanized Mimic is a very intriguing card. I actually underrated this card a little bit at first because I thought it would be too expensive, right? And a bit too slow. It isn't like super fast, but in this particular deck, this is like a legit win condition, and today's gameplay is going to prove it. As we have a 5-mana 3/4 with Augment, and it says on her attack ability that grant me all keywords on allies. So the idea is to combine her with VIKTOR because we are getting a Hex Core upgrade every turn with VIKTOR, which allows us to give him a random keyword, and thus the more keywords we pack up on VIKTOR, the more we will be getting with our Mechanized Mimic once we attack. Due to the structure of this deck and the fact that we are combining Piltover and Targon, we have many ways to generate created cards. We have Gift Giver, we have Spacey Sketcher, we have even Spell Thief. Obviously, we have Ballistic Bot as a full set. We have the Mentor of the Stones, which gives us 3 gems, which goes a long way because that also really helps us level up VIKTOR and also helps us push for elusive lethals later down the line too, as all this curve really helps us set up a very menacing board in which we can really apply pressure with Mimic. Also, the opponent has to answer Zoe, because if we manage to level up Zoe in this deck, which is plausible since we are running not only a full set of Playo Cascade, but also a full set of Bastion, if we do level her up, then this deck just goes crazy because we do have Sparkle Fly, a very low static 2-drop with a very strong series of keywords, especially combined, elusive and lifesteal. The reason why we're playing this as a 2-of is to give our Mechanized Mimic elusive and lifesteal upon attacking. That's pretty neat in my opinion. Also works really good if we do manage to level up Zoe, and I really do like this card in this deck, even though at first I was a little bit concerned because I figured there wasn't enough buffs going on to justify it, but it has been putting in the work. We're also running a couple of Submersibles. I think Submersibles should be played in the vast majority of Zoe decks, really, unless they're like really fast paced. It's very easy to enable this. It shares something with your 1-mana champion, and it makes it so that you don't feel as bad if you miss out on leveling up Zoe, as every single different card that you're playing will be contributing to the Submersible being a 5/5 with elusive that will draw you a card upon entry. Speaking of card draw, sometimes this deck can run out of gas, believe it or not, and we do have Jay Medarda, ya boy, to fix that, as Jay Medarda can really shine in this deck, as we have a bunch of gems. Every time we apply a gem onto Jay Medarda, we will draw a card. Nothing new under the sun. Like, you guys have seen me play with Jay Medarda in the past. Do not take that out of context. As now, though, he's even better because if we do level up VIKTOR, our created cards cost 1 less, which means that our gems will be 0 mana, which means that we can be using these as 0 mana at burst speed and draw a card for free. And that's pretty neat. I don't know about you, but I like free stuff. Free stuff is good. You know what's also free? This channel on YouTube. You get to watch this content and steal my decks for no money. Isn't that fantastic? Subscribe, you dirty user. It's the least you can do. I'm trying a more aggressive, you know, approach at self-promotion. Anyways, we're playing Piltover and Zon, so we play 3 copies of Aftershock. I don't really think I have to explain much more that English, and that is the deck list right there, ladies and gentlemen. We have a couple of Hush as well to interact with our opponent, make sure that we can disrupt their onslaught, as we have just the right mix between proactiveness with a little bit of reactiveness and a very menacing and honestly incredibly fun deck to play. And I got some really sick gameplay. I'm really happy with today's live session, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And I will shut up once and for all. That was all day. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, here we go. As we get some Zoe on Zoe crime, it seems. Any landmarks we gotta take into account? Not really. So this hand is actually pretty expendable. I do like keeping the Spacey Sketcher though, because I feel like there's a lot that I can get going, especially if I pick up this nice gift giver here. We will have to answer this eventually. But I mean, with Viktor, like the fact that we have double Viktor alone already makes that answerable. Remember my words. I'm gonna go with this.
Flesh was weak, but look at me now.
And now we go ballistic bot.
Can you improve perfection?
Enter, traveler, and stop staring.
That's a problem.
Still paint is just accidental art.
Gold, floaty crystals.
This is not the way.
All right. Now with Equinox, we can counter another potential Mentor of the Stones later than 9. But what we want to do is we want to play you here. Even though going for the Aftershock would be really neat, there's a lot of ways that my opponent can protect this.
Viktor? He's so boring. He doesn't even like cake or cake.
You will have no cake. You are fuckface.
Best friends, BFFs. So this Zoe is becoming a problem. Like that follow up right there. Like this, it can get scary for sure.
Portal me something cool.
Their ideas standing.
Interesting.
Safety disengaged.
They say these were from the Protector himself.
I'm gonna attack with everything. I need to start applying pressure, because if I choose to like only play reactively and I'm not willing to go for trades.
Hi, I'm Zoe. What's your name?
And any ounce of damage that I can get on Zoe is very valuable.
Brilliant design.
Even though they do have the ability to gem her up.
Yes, of course.
We have Medarda here, but I don't think that's where we're at. We're kind of like we're in a bit of a pickle here.
You remain so calm.
Would panicking help, brother?
My opponent still does have access to. I'm gonna go with you.
Another brilliant design.
I'm gonna go for the Hex Core upgrade. I could get elusive.
No improvements.
Easy. Easy peasy. We still need to be very careful with this. It's very interesting. I guess he really wants to set up the or enable the Eyes of the Dragon, rather. Also working for the level up for Lee Sin.
The dragon lives.
I mean, that's like a very easy block for me with the gift giver here. We gotta go Aftershock. Pale Cascade works, but anything else doesn't. Well, you know, there are other like less common options. Like there is the Sun Vigor, the Sun Blessed Vigor, I believe it is. Nice! Knocking out Zoe is huge there. I really want to go Mechanized Mimic here though.
Do not make me harm you, small child.
Oh, you.
I really want to go for the Mimic, but I also want to have like the Death Ray enabled.
They said I can be whoever I want.
You already are, and so much more.
Speak,
Really excited about this debut.
speak, I say.
I could always Equinox. I really want to go for the Hex Core upgrade, but I just don't have enough mana to do that.
Erase frailty.
I think I can live without.
I'm ready. New materials, new improvements.
Alright, we'll get tough as well. Even if they do have something like Hush, they need to pair it with something else. I may regret like not going for that,
Rising approach.
but we do get to copy Viktor's stab gains here. And we got one hell of a hit here. Oh wow. Somebody's playing with fire. That's like if that were Lee Sin, I would maybe begin to shit my pants. But you're too far away from leveling up, right? Like you're at 3.
What is gained?
You ain't got shit.
Malevolence.
Ooh. Okay.
Steel power.
Interesting. Not much you can do here, right?
Obsolete.
I think going for Bastion makes the most sense.
Protector, shield me.
I also really like the idea of just like knocking that out. But I think I definitely have to lead off with this. Alright, and then I do think I have to do this.
A great mind must never idle.
Just because it allows me to prevent like 4 health gain for him, and that's huge. And he notifies, which is fine.
Oh, dizzy.
It doesn't matter if he heals though. I'm gonna go for this, and I can always fearsome. Ooh, we don't even have to anymore. We're gonna go for the ignition, get him lower, and we'll go for the kill, baby.
Genius in action.
Genius in action. Bam, bam, bam.
Always forward.
Beautiful. And now I get the spell shield as well. Oh, that's so hot. He needs like 4 hushes. Got him. Oh,
Ah, yes. Perfection.
perfection. Beautiful. Just beautiful. I really like that game. I really like that. That's my game 1 for the video. Just already showcased this card. Mechanized Mimic. Fuck yeah. Go Christian Bale. Let's go for another one. Ooh, Teemo Sejuani. I mean, we have elusives to block into Teemo easier, but Sejuani is always going to be a big threat. I like Gift Giver into Spacey Sketcher. I like the Hush as well, considering the matchup we're facing. And I'm also very happy to see Viktor in my opener. So we are going to keep this hand. And remember when we said we were going to play Gift Giver? We're going to play Zoe. Let's this pass here. Okay,
Witness perfection, meatbags.
Jewels are more than mere trinkets. Celeste, paint me and Stomper playing catch with Zoe. I'm a serious artist now. I did Sparkleplex.
Safety disengaged.
I could Equinox this because he is enabling Sejuani's level up this way. But I miss out on a Mentor of the Stones.
Requires concentration.
That feels like it's too good not to go for. Obviously, like I leave myself wide open by doing this. But I already got the value out of Zoe, and if he does eliminate Zoe, then I can still buff something else. Because the thing is, me having that's the power of Zoe as a champion. In any deck, really. Like people were really fixated.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk. Oh, floaty crystals.
We're gonna keep these two in line in the back as blockers, and we're gonna go for this.
Interior design.
We have 8 cards in hand, meaning we still have that. They don't go for that. So the Sejuani level up is definitely going very slow. Now, like all of a sudden, like dealing with Ballistic Bot doesn't really make much sense, but I do like silencing you. I feel like I can do that. I should do that now, right? I mean, I could also just eliminate you, but I want to use Aftershock for the landmark here. Yeah, I can hold on to Viktor a little bit. I'm gonna Equinox the Puff Cap Peddler as we continue to work for our Zoe level up. We're getting there, actually. Like we're creating so many cards. These gems will really help us. We're not facing Targan, so we don't have to worry about a Hush onto our Zoe. Like facing or not facing Targan really does make a difference when it comes to elusives. Demacia is also an example, though. I guess we gotta let her go. But at least we prevent them from... Well, no Zoe level up.
Witness perfection.
I cry every time. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been able to get damage on me this turn, so...
Can I paint you?
I'm gonna chump block here.
Can you improve perfection?
What could they do now for all that mana? I can't really attack with this thing running around this turn.
Join the glorious evolution. The flashbacks will bow, great maker.
Even though we did lose Zoe, it's important to keep in mind that in this deck we're also playing the Submersible, right? So going for all these different cards is making a difference. So he's played Thermogenic Beam in that for now. So spell sleeve is still a little bit limited. Very slow progression for Sejuani here. We're gonna go for the ignition. It's important for us to set up Viktor relatively early because even though, you know, his level requirement is not him having to see these created cards, we do want to benefit from his augment, right? Especially when we get stuff like Elusive and Scout, you know, potentially. I don't really feel the need. I think I can buff you. Perfection. I'm gonna go for a gem onto the Gift Giver. Just because it denies an open attack.
System upgrade. Take the gift to the gun show.
My opponent plays Sejuani. They could use her to try to drag Viktor in. But we have Hush. And we just got Tough as well. That's really neat. So with Hush, we can actually Hush our own Viktor and remove the vulnerable for that turn. If my opponent were to want to go for that.
Own what you take.
Exactly. What about the spells? What spells are we looking at here? They mainly just played ignitions and thermogenic beams, so it's not like we really benefit from this too much.
System upgrade. Join me if you want to live. Can you improve perfection? System upgrade.
By playing the charger here, that makes it so that first of all I have another blocker for these. Now that he's running out of mana, he can still have a thermogenic beam. But the idea here is that we get to. I do want to carry over this mana though. How many cards have I created? I created like.
Safety disengaged. Once I stamp papers, now faces. Our goals are greater than petty violence.
I want to develop the ballistic bot first. Because I'm still, like, he's still far away from leveling up Sejuani. We've slowed down his mushroom generation process. He's just going to be dragging those in, so that's fine.
A ticket to the gun show. Prime and ready.
We're going to go for the Hex Core upgrade. Now that we played the second ballistic bot, we get the augment boost from it. And we get the scout. We just need elusive now.
System upgrade. Rise, metal brethren.
Speak, stars. Speak, I say.
I think I definitely want to develop the Mentor of the Stones here. I could have gone for an Aftershock. But 5 attack, which means I will be able to survive most, but not an attack from these two.
We must improve. We must evolve.
Alright. We can trade with Sejuani now.
To the gun show.
Think I'm still like a yodel in uniform.
Like I said, I'm gonna hold on to VIKTOR here. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna push hard for the overwhelm swing.
They say these were from the Protector himself.
I think I can hold on to one of these, especially because I could draw into Jamidarda.
Celestial power.
These gems grant a wearer harmony.
I'm a peddler, not a meddler. Excuse you.
5 damage, which is really neat. We also have access to Spell Thief, even though he hasn't given us much. I believe we can use it to try to, like,
Would a mushroom help?
there's a lot of cool things we can do with Spell Thief. So I'm not sure what I'll get though, because I'm not sure if it takes into account like every ignition. Which it probably should, but okay, that just mitigates a little bit of damage. We get a card out of him there. And that's basically it. Let's pass over.
Safety disengaged. Another brilliant design.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cards in my hand right now. One of them is going to generate another one. So 6. So maybe setting up Zoe is indeed a good idea. Zoe can also be used to like counter an elusive. Alright, so besides, you know, the ignitions and everything, I really need this VIKTOR to remain alive. It's gonna be hard for him to kill him though, like unless he has something like a thermogenic beam, but that would make him tap out. So it's not something that he wants to really go for.
Rise, metal brethren.
It's just your mind crumbling under what it doesn't understand,
impossible. Years of empirical evidence.
Now we're gonna start playing these cards for 0 mana, which is how our Lord Victor intended them to be played. We still ain't got that elusive. No elusive, no overwhelm. My crappy time. But that's why we can work for her level up requirement. We still have access to like.
Will rival the warm-up.
Hear that, Bristle? Varg offers a challenge.
I want to see what we get with this. Because there's several options, but okay. I mean, I do like thermogenic beam. I love thermogenic beam.
Slow time moves. Hey, what you got there?
Safety disengaged. System upgrade.
Being able to knock out Sejuani.
Well fought.
Safety disengaged. Fire till nothing moves. Prime and ready. Genius in action.
What if he has another Sejuani? Let's go for the upgrade. There we go. Don't Sejuani me. Don't Sejuani me. We finally did it, boys. We reached perfection. We have the Bastion. Really now? Good luck seeing through this.
Analyzing approach.
Bastion it up. And before he has like a random, I added like a voice crack there. And before he has a Sunporks map, that would be. I knew it. I fucking knew it. You got cocky, Brett. Hey, and that's why.
A vision of progress brought to life.
Cool story, bro. That's why level up. You proactive Bastion versus Freljord. Instead of waiting for them to do something because they have burst speed combat tricks, such as Frostbites. So, instead of doing that, you proactively, even though, you know, and because they used the Troll Chant earlier, that Troll Chant could have been used to bot my spell shield later online, but they used it then, and I think that was probably like the game-losing play for them, because they could have bought a turn at least, right? And then if they find another Sejuani, then they can really start putting in the work. So we really needed to end the game that turn. Like it was really important. But you know, back-to-back, really nice highlights for Victor. That seemed like a very long game, 30 minutes. What the fuck? All right, let's go for another one. All right, Alex Babylonia. I've struggled a lot with this archetype lately, but that's because I was playing a lot of Zoe Draven, and this was a deck that I just was not able to beat. We're gonna keep Aftershock though, because they love playing Grand Plaza. I mean, anything that plays Demacia plays Grand Plaza. I like the Ballistic Bot as well. I don't mind one Bastion. It will definitely come into play this game, so I may as well keep it. But 2 is a little bit excessive. We carry over the mana turn 1. So that turn 2 we can play Ballistic Bot.
I am superior life form.
And turn 3, thanks to that 1 spell mana that we carried over last time, or turn 1 rather, we can Aftershock their Grand Plaza. They could be playing around it. But I'm just too tempted.
Enter, traveler, and
To
stop
say
staring.
if they do, like, good for them, but.
Can you improve perfection?
Oh, floaty crystals.
I love the fact that I can get this value
strength of the sun and my faith are one.
Okay.
Safety is engaged. Fire till nothing moves.
I do want to play Victor, but what if he has a single combat here?
System upgrade.
Shining gifts from the sky.
Join the glorious evolution. The flashbacks will bow, great maker. Can you improve perfection? Rise, metal brethren.
I'm gonna go with the Death Ray. I lose Victor, but it's important for me to clear that body. Very important for me to clear that body. All right, another single combat. Okay. I'm happy with this. Like the fact that they had to forego, like, they went down in card advantage doing that. And I do want to play Mechanized Mimic here, though it makes sense to just play Ballistic Bot, to be fair.
Witness perfection, meatbags.
Because with Ballistic Bot, I'm gonna pass here. They halted me well there. Like I don't want to take any unnecessary damage. Okay, so we know who's coming afterwards.
Look at all these pretty faces.
Man, I really wish I had an elusive unit here. I can take this hit.
System upgrade.
They've already played 2 single combats. These Death Rays are technically slowing down my draws, but I do need to be playing these sort of cards anyways, and they are pretty useful. But it's also like not amazing, like not gonna lie. We gotta buff up our attack as much as we can.
Do the gun show. System upgrade.
Beautiful.
Can you improve perfection?
Nice, nice, nice. This is why we play Sparklefly. We have Bastion as well.
Let's rock.
If we deal, okay, so this is a total of, none of these were created, so this is a total of 9 damage, which with this will be 10 damage.
Celestial power.
And just like this, we have 2 units with Spell Shield, both of them. We get our health back. Very, very important.
System upgrade. Now they'll pay attention. Time for walkies, boy.
Bam, ba-dum. If I go for this, I want to threaten with this as a blocker, so I want to do this, because that'll give me enough.
Safety is engaged. Prime and ready. Join me if you want to live.
This discourages him from attacking.
Sometimes you just need a galaxy destroyed.
Okay, so this is clearly a level up for him. As of now, not much we can do about it. We could try to weaken him, but even if we hush and we aftershock here, yeah, I think our best bet is to actually
Improve perfection. To the stars.
probably should have gone for another one here. No, hindsight is 2020, but
Inferior design.
because this manages to play around Pale Cascade and Sharp Sight. We survive on one, and we could target Aurelian Soul. We could target Aurelian Soul, but we're just better off doing this. And now it's very simple. It is actually kill or be killed. It is kill or be killed, ladies and gentlemen.
How they stare.
Double spell shield, and we knock him out. Beautiful. Mimic back at it, baby. There we go. Oh man, this deck has been killing it. The games are long though because we built up for the late game, right? But fuck yeah, Christian Bale. We didn't really get to showcase the Submersible or Jay Medarda like as a way for like if we run out of gas, we could just use our gems. Like the dream is to have VIKTOR with leveled up and play 0 mana gems onto Jay Medarda and just draw a shitload. I'm sad that we didn't get showcase up, but barring these two like high-end cards, we pretty much showcased everything else. Like even the importance of fucking Sparklefly here and how crucial Triple Bastion is in the deck. Very proud of this build. Super fun to play. I also think Submersible should see more play in this meta. Like I still don't think enough people are playing this card. I see a lot of like Zoe and Vi and VIKTOR decks, and they don't play Submersible, which is kind of like wild because it's super easy to enable right now, I think. But yeah, I'm really happy with that recording session. We went 3-0, and I really highlighted the Mimic, which is something that I, whenever I go into a live recording, I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out in that regard, right? But yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna have to end it here though. We've been at it for 45 minutes and I'm bulk recording like crazy since I'm gonna be away once these videos are up. And this is my 3rd one. I still got 4 more to go. So, long day. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. I'll see you guys tomorrow.